Assalamu alaikum children. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to start our second lesson, Farmer Ben's Boot. Before starting it, please place your English literature textbook and notebook both in front of you. Our second chapter, Farmer Ben's Boot, is for reading purpose. Reading with correct pronunciation and focusing on punctuation will enhance your reading skills. Our first lesson is about a farmer and its boot. It is a story of a farmer and his name is Farmer Ben. He has a farm with many animals. In this story, students, we identify different animals and their quantities. Farmer Ben has a pet dog. Her name is Zinka. Every morning, Zinka would run to the gate to get the newspaper. And after Farmer Ben has had his cup of tea, she would get his boots. One day, Farmer Ben lost his boot. Zinka ran off to ask the other animals about Farmer Ben's boot. But each and every one of them said no. At last, Zinka found the farmer's boot. As he put them on, he jumped up in the air. He shouted and kicked the boot off. You know, children, why he kicked the boot? Because his boot were a house of white mice. They lived in the boot. Before starting our chapter, student, we open page 23 and read aloud words. Children, do you know what are read aloud words? Read aloud words improve your vocabulary and reading skills. I am dictating the word and you have to repeat them after me. Okay, children, put your finger on an exercise A. Read aloud. First word is Zinka. 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 Number 2. Zoo. Zoo. Next word. Zebra. Zebra. Next. Zip. Zip. Next word. Zig. Zigzag. Okay, start the next line, children. Dozen. Dozen. Next word. Maze. Maze. Next word. Razor. Razor. Next. Sneeze. Sneeze. Last word. Size. Size. Okay, now put your finger on line number 3. Wise. Wise. Lies. Lies. Busy. Busy. Please. Please. And the last line, children, read with me. Sure. Sure. Sugar. Sugar. Tissue. Tissue. Measure. Treasure. Treasure. Okay, again we repeat these words, बच्चों. You read with me, okay? Zinka, zoo, zebra, zip, zigzag. Next line, बच्चों. Dozen, maze, razor, sneeze, size. Sneeze, size. Third line, wise, lies, busy, please. Last line, sugar, sure, sugar, tissue, major, treasure. Okay, children, open your notebook and note down these words. First, you make the title page, chapter Farmer Ben's Food. On the next page, you put the date and day and write the heading and copy the words. Write only 4 words on each line. Look at the screen and do like this. Now, children, move forward to the second exercise. Words, meanings. First word is couple. 2, a pair. Second word is swish. Move from side to side. Third word is worried. Worried means feeling troubled. Next word is yard. Yard means an enclosed area of land. Next word, students, barn. Barn means a large building on a farm for animals. And the last word is scratch. Scratch means to scratch the surface of something. Children, do this work in your notebook. Okay, children, our notebook work has been completed. Now I am showing you some flashcards of new words. These words needs a lot of practice. You must pronounce them again and again to improve your fluency and your reading skills. Okay, children, you read these words with me. Number 1 is geese. Yes, geese. Number 2 is zinka. Zinka. Next word, war. War. Next word, swishing. Swishing. Okay, in the next line, roaster. Roaster. Next, drunk. Drunk. Next word, wagged. Yes, wagged. Last word, mud. Yes, mud. Geese, zinka, war, swishing, roaster, drunk, wagged, mud. Okay, children. Next word, squelch. Okay, read this word, squelch. Worried. Worried. Next word, enough. Enough. Next word, kicked. Kicked. Next line, scratching. Yes, scratching. Perhaps. Perhaps. Next word, shouted. Yes, shouted. And the last word is landed. Yes, landed. Repeat with me, students. Squelch, worried, enough, kicked, scratching, perhaps, shouted, landed. Children, read these words again and again to improve your fluency and your reading skills. Jazakallah. Children, let's start our reading. Open page 18. Chapter name: Farmer Ben's Boot. Farmer Ben had a farm, and on that farm he had 17 cows, 46 sheep, 39 goats, 62 geese. Children, do you know what is geese? Geese means large waterfall with webbed feet. 49 white hens, a big red rooster, a couple of horses, 3 cats, and a dog called Zinka. What a lot of animals! Farmer Ben was a busy man. He had no time to stand around. Children, we have completed our reading of page 18. Now open page 19. Children, read with me. He was busy from early in the morning till late at night. Everywhere that Farmer Ben went on his farm, Zinka followed closely behind. In the morning, Zinka ran to the gate to get the newspaper for Farmer Ben. Then, when Farmer Ben had drunk his first cup of tea for the day, Zinka would get his boots. Farmer Ben had a smart pair of brown boots. He wore them all day. They kept his feet warm and dry. You could always tell where Farmer Ben had been because there were footprints everywhere. One day, Farmer Ben sat drinking his tea. He was waiting for Zinka to bring him his boots, but Zinka was nowhere to be seen. Zinka, Zinka, he called, and after ages, Zinka came, but she was carrying only one boot. Now, where is the other one? Asked Farmer Ben. Zinka sat in front of him with one paw on his knee. Her tail wagged. Okay, children, we have completed our reading of page 19. Children, open page 20. Farmer Ben looked all over the house for his boot. Zinka looked too, but she could not find it anywhere. Farmer Ben looked very funny that day. He walked with a boot on one foot and a shoe on the other. Go and find my other boot. Now go and find my other boot, said Farmer Ben to Zinka. Zinka ran off to ask the other animals if they had seen Farmer Ben's missing boot. Zinka went to the field. Have you seen Farmer Ben's boot? She asked the horses. Nee, nee, they said. We haven't. Zinka asked the cows. Have you seen Farmer Ben's boot? No, said the cows, swishing their tails. Farmer Ben went hopping all over the farm, leaving funny footprints in the mud. Squelch, squelch, squelch. Children, look at page 21. Start reading with me. Zinka did not give up. She went to see the hens. Have you seen Farmer Ben's boot? She asked. They did not answer. They went on scratching. Then Zinka asked the 46 sheep, the 39 goats, the 62 geese, and the large red rooster. But they all said the same thing. We have not seen Farmer Ben's boot. Now let us get on with eating, please. Zinka was worried. No one had seen Farmer Ben's boot. Where could it be? Have you seen Farmer Ben's boot? Zinka asked the cats. Children, turn the page and look at page 22. No, said the first cat. No, said the second cat. Well, perhaps, said the third cat. It is funny. You should ask. I was in the barn looking for mice this morning. There were no mice there, but I did see a brown boot. Zinka did not wait. She ran to the barn, and sure enough, there was the boot. Zinka picked up the boot and rushed off to find Farmer Ben. How happy he was to see his boot again. What a good girl you are, said Farmer Ben. He took the boot from Zinka and patted her. I shall sit down right now and put it on, said Farmer Ben. So Farmer Ben sat down and took off his shoe. Then he put the boot on, but oh dear, as Farmer Ben put on the boot, he jumped up in the air. Now, children, look at page 23. Yay! He shouted and hopped about the yard. Farmer Ben kicked the boot off. It went flying high up in the air. Farmer Ben fell and landed in the mud with a third. The boot landed with a third in the mud right next to the Farmer Ben, and holding on to Farmer Ben's toes were 5 white baby mice. Poor white mice, they would have to find another home now. Children, we have completed our reading, but I would want you to please go on reading again and again for practicing and improve your reading skills. Please, children, don't be confused. This is not a one day work. All these work you have to do day by day, each work on each day. Allah Hafiz.